We are Muslims and we are against of terrorism. Today I am going to tell you some basic things from web research from which you will come to know who are the real terrorists. First of all, I am sharing with you some images from which you will know that all these wars were not by Muslims or due to our cause. Watch it. 5 million deaths in Vietnam were not caused by the Muslims. Mao Zedong, who killed 20 million people, was not a Muslim. 3 million deaths in Cambodia were not caused by the Muslims. 12 million deaths in Iraq war were not caused by the Muslims. Hitler, who killed 11 million people, was not a Muslim. Thousands of deaths in Afghanistan were not caused by the Muslims. Joseph Stalin, who killed 20 million people, was not a Muslim. 55 million deaths in World War II were not caused by the Muslims. 17 million deaths in World War I were not caused by the Muslims. 20 lakh deaths in Nagasaki and Hiroshima were not caused by the Muslims. So after these images, if you see the global result of target places to be blame are Muslim countries, the point is non-Muslims are one hand and are against Muslims and they occupy Muslims' land and property. United Nations or human rights are just for non-Muslims. United Nations and the rest so-called organizations never see the violations growing and going upon Muslims because they always prefer to be a superpower for Muslims, and if a Muslim country takes stand they all play a huge game to bow them, like they stop funding business strategies and etc. included. Some question and answers. The question raised here is why Muslims are so-called terrorists? Answer: because when a Muslim defend his country and religion he is a terrorist, and when a Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, or Christian defend they call him patriot and survivor of nation. Another question is, from where these terrorism came and take growth? Answer is, so let me tell you, when Russia was a superpower and wanted to conquer Afghanistan, the Afghanis took stand empty-handed and with support of America they fought, and America supplied them weapons for destruction of Russia. At that time they were known as Mujahideen, defenders, but the twist in story is when America wanted to rule and occupy land in subcontinent he came to Afghanistan for fair means, on the name of removing terrorism, as it was peace there before America approach. And again, when that Mujahid stands against America for his countryland to defend, he was called a terrorist and was called terrorism. Before America approach there was peace and no sound of terrorism. So in short, Taliban was Mujahideen prepared by America against Russia to defeat them, and when they were used against themselves they become terrorist. How America can claim to be a superpower? They never catched Osama bin Laden and Mullah Omar, the great legends, an example of Salahuddin. A country with latest technology cannot show you simple footage of killing Osama bin Laden death. All are just stories to put mud in the eyes of people, as they were failed to catch. They made a story to please fellows. America is not a superpower, he is just afraid to lose his power by the hands of Muslims, especially Pakistan, due to which the claim and blame. All these are political games to play with the thoughts of common people who didn't understood these tricks. America better knows what they are. Thank you. Why today Muslims are suffering by these non-Muslims around the globe? Answer is simple: from the day they left their swords in cover and left jihad and get separate from each other. Thus, the other got a way of destruction, the Muslims who rule the world for 700 years and who were known to love death rather to live a life. Jihad was a method, so they blamed it and put wrong views in mind of Muslims in order they don't rise and rule again. It's a call for all Muslims to stand against these superpower which are gradually removing your name from history, or else wait for your number to be bleed by their power and gain. By God, you have to die one day, then why it should be by hands of kafir? Knew you're safe and your power. The world is afraid of madrasas because they knew they are the real Muslims full of iman, so build and support madrasas of your place, because they knew the rest Muslims are trapped in their cage by following their culture, and they knew that they have brainwashed the Muslims to bow head as they, Muslims, use their clothes, drinks and thoughts are English. A truth is that the real terrorist sits in Pentagon, where all the future and destructions are developed against all countries of the world. For any question, drop a comment, we will share your questions to public. Thank you. Please subscribe our channel Adorable Path and don't forget to like, share and comment.